Okay, welcome to week 11. Finally made it to the last week of term. But of course, you guys enjoy being with us on campus so much that I'm sure that there's no sense in which you're looking forward to the end of term. Nonetheless, time for a few messages. The most important one really is please do get yourself tested before you head home. Okay, this is genuinely very important. It's not just um, saying things for the sake of saying things. It's really important to get yourself tested before you leave the university. As you'll be aware, your face-to-face sessions will end at the latest on Wednesday. So Wednesday is the last day that you can have face-to-face sessions. It's timetabled. Everything on Thursday and Friday will have been changed. So please do as you make your plans to go home, once you've finished your final session, please do get yourself tested, even if you have no symptoms. And that's the really important thing. You might not be aware that you are carrying the virus, and that can be particularly important when you go home to different communities. You could potentially be spreading the virus. And while there's great news with the vaccine, we still have to, in the meantime, while it's being rolled out across the country, we still have to play our part and be very careful, very aware of what we're doing. Now, it's really straightforward to do it. I've just shared my screen so you can see I'm on the Essentials website. And you've got here COVID-19 symptoms and testing. If you head in there, then you've got a whole load of information. Obviously, if you have had a test and you've tested positive, again, please do make sure that you are letting us know about it. But more importantly for right now, though, I'm scrolling down, is you can have tests both if you have symptoms, so PCR tests, if you have COVID-19 symptoms, that's done on London Road. But on the sports hall on White Nights, you can have lateral flow tests. I think that's what LTF stands for. It's not clear, but unless this is testing that's on the White Nights campus in the sports hall. Lateral flow testing, that's what it is. It's just a typo up there, LFT test. You can book a test here. It's that simple. It takes you to a bookings page. Hopefully you're familiar with bookings now. You've all been booking up your academic tutors for meetings towards the end of term. You can simply go for a student rapid test, accessible supported rapid test should you require it. But it's dead easy. It's just like booking a meeting to meet with your academic tutor or your dissertation supervisor. So please do be doing that. Really, really important to be doing that. And just as a reminder, while we're here, we can look at UK government COVID dashboard. And we can get the daily summary, which tells us what the situation is like across the UK in terms of cases and in terms of people admitted to hospital. Things are starting to look better, although there's a slight uptick in the number of people testing positive. So again, it's not something that we can be complacent about. So please do get yourself booked onto a test. So these are the cases data by specimen date for the UK. All the data is here. We're economists, so we do like to look at the data, assuming it ever loads. My internet connection's quite weak. So these are the cases, and we can also look specifically for the Southeast regions. You can look for where you're going home to. And you can see here that in the Southeast, there's definitely an uptick in cases in recent days. So please do be continually aware that while things do appear to be getting better, we do have to continue to be socially distancing, continuing to observe requirements to wear face coverings, especially when you're on campus, when you're all around town, whilst you're traveling home, and while you're in public spaces when you're home as well. What else to say? When you're coming back, please do pay attention to messages about the start of next term. Again, the government has announced that we have to stagger your return as well. So we've had to change how you're leaving the campus. And then the government announced last week that you're going to return, not necessarily in week 1 in a physical sense. Term will begin in week 1. Week 1 starts on January the 11th. Term will begin then, but your face-to-face sessions may well not start until week 2, potentially, or maybe week 3. We're soon going to find out. The university will make a final announcement tomorrow on which schools within the university come back on week 1, week 2, and week 3. But regardless of when you're physically back on campus and having face-to-face sessions, term will begin on January 11th, week 1, and your online material will be online and ready to go from week 1. So please do plan for the start of term being on January the 11th, as you already knew. Not much else to say this week, other than please do, if you're a part 1 or part 2 student, please do be paying attention to the emails you're getting from Tina and Panima about placements. Lots of great opportunities out there, one from Ofcom today. Please take a look at them. If you are in your part 3, please do be thinking loads about what you're going to be doing next, whether it's a job, have a look, be applying for jobs, be talking to our careers consultants now. It's not too late. It's not too late for you to start to be starting to think about it, but it's a really good thing to be doing. So please go ahead and do that. And the final thing is, I'm delighted to say that we got 70 signatures for the Economic Society. So that's now going to be up and running. We're filling out a form this week. That'll go in, and we've got an exec. Now, formal positions, a formal president, which will be Will Hudson, a formal secretary, which will be Kripali Vijay, Elizabeth McCall will be the welfare officer, and William Marr will be the treasurer. So that's all exciting news, and you'll hear more about that in due course. Have a great rest of your week, and wish you Merry Christmas.